Hi, meet Kyro. Kyro is your productivity companion that nudges you to do your everyday tasks more effectively and with more determination. How does Kyro do that? Let's explore how we designed Kyro. We conducted contextual inquiry on students to find out what is reducing their productivity. The primary reasons were getting distracted by the phone, a lack of motivation, reduced attention span, procrastination, a dynamic nature of work due to which they had no schedules. There are a lot of productivity apps in the market, right? Which we discovered from the contextual inquiry were ineffective due to a mechanical behavior, unrealistic expectations, and authoritative measures like we will lock your phone. But they did have their benefits, like creating slight pressure and motivation and satisfaction on the users who were using them. The students felt guilty and frustrated when they could not achieve higher productivity levels, but they were often motivated by this guilt and motivated by seeing that there was someone else who was also doing the same thing that they were doing. So we brought these two together to create Kyro. Kyro is the little companion that does the work along with you and nudges you to not get distracted. This empathy that a user has with Kyro is how is it able to persuade you to work and not get distracted. We put up an affinity diagram based on the insights we gathered and identified interfaces for our design, using which we sketched up the first low fidelity prototype. We decided on a task companion who nudges you, an interface that has the common activities you do, and a reward system to gamify your time. We then performed task analysis with 10 students and gave them little tasks to do with the prototype to gauge if the prototype was intuitive enough. Based on the feedback, we came up with a failure mechanism for Cairo to strengthen the empathy driven nudges and kept a record of the tasks performed and redesigned our low fidelity prototype. We iterated the design process and conducted the task analysis for 10 more users and made more changes. The bottom bar was done away, the sleep tracking was replaced with no sleep procrastination, and the UI was changed. We tested this low fidelity again using task analysis, and this way, by revamping entire features, cancelling entire functionalities, and changing the information design and the user interface, we finally got this low fidelity prototype of Cairo that we took forward. For the high fidelity prototype, we decided to use the tried and tested design patterns and finalized upon a layered UI which is inspired by material design. This prototype gave us the look and feel of the app, and we used color psychology and semiotics to decide which colors should be given to which components. With one more round of usability testing with 10 users and making quick UI changes, we decided that we were ready to move on to the development stage.
To give a quick intro about the app, it's called Kyro. It appears like this. So this is the main screen that you open up to. We've built this app using Android Studio, and in Android Studio, every screen is essentially an activity. So this is the main activity, and we've maintained a stack of activities to monitor what to store, what not to store, which activity goes where. And you can set a task by setting minutes here. I can set hello, and this shows a GIF of Kyra studying. And when I exit the app and I return to the app, I can see that the timer continues, which we've essentially done using shared preferences. It's a library in Android Studio, and through that we basically show storing a string in a JSON format, which we've again built from scratch using our database class, and we're storing that string into the current activity. And when the activity is reopened, that is when you return to the Kyro app or onto the same screen, that string is kind of called back, and the data format is retrieved and restored into the screen. We're doing the same for the activities that you see on the top right corner, and then there's a track progress bar, which essentially shows you all the activity that you've done today.
So let's talk about how we evaluated Cairo. We rolled our application to 5 real-world users and told them to use it over the course of 6 days. First, we monitored the average number of hours they studied across the week. Now, as you can see that the graph is pretty much consistent and the users did not have much problem adapting to our application. Once they adapted to it, they used it consistently over the course of 6 days. We also monitored the number of tasks they performed over those 6 days. Now, green are the number of successful tasks, yellow are the number of tasks in which they disturbed Cairo, and blue are the number of tasks that the user failed. Now, as you can see, the number of tasks in which they interrupted Cairo is higher than the number of tasks they failed. Now, this denotes that when the user actually interrupted Cairo, in the middle of the activity, Cairo told the user to go back to the task and reminded them of their target behavior and successfully persuaded them to doing the task, and hence the users failed as tasks.